Dr. Terry Jackson, Executive Coach. Today I'm presenting Leadership Coaching, Aligning People, Processes with Strategic Intent. Before I get into the meat of the topic, what I'd like to be able to discuss is what is leadership? Leadership, in and of itself, is producing the desired result. Leadership is being a visionary, understanding what it takes to inspire as well as motivate employees. Leadership and leaders provide the roadmap for the organization. They decide exactly what direction they're going in, how they're going to get there, and when they're going to get there. I'd like to make a clear distinction between what leadership is as well as what is management, in order to understand that sometimes a leader has to manage and sometimes a manager has to lead. The clear distinction between leadership and management is the fact that with a manager accepts the directives or the instructions from the leader. The manager then goes and implements those particular directives and instructions so that they are involved with the planning, organizing of those directives that they received from their leader, making sure that they're implemented. The next topic I'd like to cover would be what is coaching? Because coaching is somewhat new in corporate America. It's probably been around 15 to 20 years. And if you can think about what a coach is to an athlete, that's exactly what a coach is to an employee. It helps that employee bring out from within them what they couldn't bring out by themselves. And the coach goes about doing this by asking open-ended questions. Questions like why, how, when, where. So because coaching has become very prevalent in corporate America, what I'm going to talk to you today about is how do you go about utilizing leadership coaching to align people, processes with the strategic intent. Organizations today, what they're interested in is customers, having clients that are loyal customers. In order to have a competitive edge, you must be able to treat your customer right, keep them coming back in hopes that they become raving fans of your business. In order to do that, you have to make sure that your strategic intent is aligned with the people, the processes, also known as your operating system. When you align these, what happens is you have loyal customers. These loyal customers are actually developed by what I call the internal customer, which is the employee. When you look at the people and you're looking at aligning those people with the strategic intent, what you're actually talking about is you're examining people's behavior, and beliefs. That helps to make up what their attitude is. What attitude do they bring to work on a daily basis? What attitude did they take home on a daily basis? Attitude pretty much is determined by their skill set and their knowledge. Depending on their skill set and their knowledge would also dictate whether or not they are a fit for the position that they're in. So in order to change the beliefs and the behaviors, you have to ensure that the employees have the proper skill set as well as the proper knowledge. You want to keep that aligned with the strategic intent. By working on your people and aligning them with the strategic intent, the next step is ensuring that those people The attitudes, the knowledge, and the skill set are also consistent with the operating system. Because again, all of this is designed to create the loyal customer, which is created by the internal customer, your employee, because they're the touch points for the customer. So what we do is, as a coach, as an executive coach, I work with employees and teach them, and leaders and managers, how to align the people, the processes, with the strategic intent, so that you can develop those clients that are loyal, clients who become raving customers, advocates for your business. Under another model that is utilized to do the same thing for organizations that are more complex, what we use is the STAR system. And under the STAR system, what we have is strategic intent. We have the structure of the organization. We have the processes. Reward, because you must have a strong reward and recognition program for employees that perform and perform well. Here are your people. In all of this, we have the leader. As the leader becomes the evangelist for what we know as this change, to ensure that the strategic intent, the structure of the organization, the processes, the rewards recognition, and the people all are aligned for organizational success. So as you take a look at the STAR model and you think about strategy, what is strategy? It's actually your game plan. It's your game plan to be successful. It's the game plan that will give you that competitive edge over your competition. Your structure. Does your structure support your strategy? That's a key question, because oftentimes what happens as you begin to make tweaks within the system, you also have to take a look at the structure to see if the structure actually supports what it is you're trying to accomplish. Does it support your game plan? And after your structure, what we have are the processes. Are your processes that are up to date? Antiquated processes will cause inefficiencies in the system. You don't want inefficiencies in the system, nor do you want ineffectiveness in the system. So you always, when you tweak people and you deal with people and you're going through the change management from a people perspective, you always have to take a look at the processes. One of the things when you're taking a look at all of this formula and dealing with individuals, because individuals make up organizations. Individuals change one organization, organizations change one individual at a time. I mentioned the formula to you earlier. It was based on the STAR model. I'm going to go a little bit further. What we have is IR. The IR stands for improved results. And with those improved results, what we're looking for here is belief and values. As you notice, I'm working this formula backwards because the aim of the formula is to derive improved results. But you get improved results when in fact you have a positive behavioral change. Because coaching really is about behavior modification. Goals. These goals are both organizational goals as well as individual goals. How do you help an individual align their personal goals with organizational goals in order to exceed or succeed? Here we have knowledge. As I alluded to earlier, knowledge plus skills plus attitude, which is actually ask, help determine how effective an employee will be. So as a coach within your organization, what you have to always understand is, what is the attitude of the employee? What is the skill set of the employee? Under this formula with the improved results, we take a look at the beliefs, the values, positive behavioral change, the goals of the employee, the skill sets and the knowledge of the employee. This helps to determine the attitude of the employee. What we have to understand when we're coaching employees and we're using this model is, from the age of 5 months old to the age of 6, research shows that 77% of all the input you receive is negative. So what that means is only 23% of all information you receive from the age of 6 months old to 5 years old is positive. So in order to change the attitude and the beliefs of an individual, we have to work here. We have to add in the pluses. That's the positive reinforcement. As a coach, that is your job. Positive reinforcement through asking open-ended questions, as I mentioned earlier. So let's take a look more specifically at coaching. All organizational challenges can fall really within 3 areas. And those 3 areas I call TTM. TTM. That's time, team, and money. It doesn't matter what the organizational challenge is, you can tie them all to that. So as a coach, you're going to be concerned with productivity, which falls under time, effectiveness, which falls under time. Both of those create a more succinct and a more productive organization. If you're looking at team, soft skills, hard skills. Again, this alludes actually to skills, knowledge, and attitude. And money, productivity, again, budgets, time, team, and money. So as a coach, you keep this in mind when you're coaching employees, because oftentimes you're going to be working with the soft skills. How effective are they? How productive are they? How engaged are they? Employee engagement really is about an employee being committed to the organization. And commitment is actually probably the most important piece you want from an employee. That will tell you how engaged they are, which actually goes to time, team, and money, because you're going to eventually talk about productivity. How productive is the employee? All problems are people problems. All problems are people problems in business. So we must understand that as a coach. You know, what coaching does, it provides the employees with positive feedback. It provides them with counseling. Leadership has the opportunity to proactively counsel them or coach them through the period of a year. What happens at performance appraisal time, there are no surprises because of the coaching sessions that you've had with the employee, of the updates that they've had, of the feedback you've given. That enables the employee to overnight change their performance, and as a result, at the end of the year, when the performance appraisal time comes up, there are no surprises whatsoever. You know, coaching is about really improving performance. And what you want to do is you want to acknowledge, institute, and check a system, check with that employee on a regular basis, which is your system of providing them feedback, helping them to discover the answers within them by asking them the open-ended questions. Coaching delivers major results. The International Coaching Federation did some research that indicated that for every organization that invests in a coach to come in, there's a 700% return on investment. So as you become a coach within your organization, think about the return on investment by helping someone improve their skill set. It's monumental to an organization. Coaches recognize each employee, and they also recognize the uniqueness of that employee, because that employee has their own skill set, their own attitudes. And understanding those attitudes, that's will give you insight into how to motivate them, how to inspire them to become more productive. You really want to think, when I work with clients, I think about the 3 dimensions of thinking. Those 3 dimensions are the what, the why, and the how. Are your people systems judgment people? Meaning, do they work with processes and detail real well? Are they practical thinking, meaning that they are very results oriented? Or are they empathetic, which actually means they're more people oriented? The key is you want to understand exactly what it is that inspires and motivates, so that you'll know the type of language to use when coaching them and asking them questions. Given all this information, the coach is extremely important. That's why most organizations today use some type of coaching process from their leaders as well as their managers to develop people, to develop that succession plan, to increase productivity, to reduce cost. With that said, I'd like to thank you very much for taking the opportunity to listen to Dr. Terry Jackson, your executive coach, and we will be providing you with more information in the near future as to how you can improve your organization. Thank you.